craziest thing. We've all become viral immunologists now. Like all of us. We all know what R naught is now. Hey, okay, well, you're going to get the Moderna vaccine. Well, I might get the Pfizer vaccine. Well, I'm holding on for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Oh my goodness. We should not be this involved. Question is, with all these vaccines going around, which one's the right one for you? Is there a right one for you? Next guest has a lot of answers for us.
That's right. Johnson & Johnson, because it's one dose, right? All right. Dr. Jeff Morosky joins us now. He's the Chief Medical Officer at Silver Summit Health Plan. Also a good friend of the show at this point. Dr. Jeff, welcome back to the show.
Great to be back. That's a really fantastic question, and there's only one answer to it. The best vaccine is the one you can get the soonest.
There we go.
And I think that's the best way to look at it. And then there's an age. So Pfizer goes to 16. Moderna and Johnson & Johnson are still, Johnson & Johnson, they haven't set yet. It might go to 16, but Moderna is going to be 18. There are some trials going on for teenagers right now, but they're not approved yet. So you just want the one you can get to first. And yes, some are two. So Pfizer and Moderna take 2 shots. Johnson & Johnson is going to go forward with a single shot. But that's not important. It's just that you get them. And if you need to get 2, you got to get both.
There are some efficacy differences between them. And now there are different strains as well. Like a lot of them seem to do very well with the one coming from England, but the one from South Africa seems to be a coin flip. Wow.
Yeah, it's a tough one. So the good news we have is that we haven't seen a lot of the South African variant in the United States yet. We have seen the English variant, and all the vaccines that are approved now, the 2 plus the one that's already asking, they're very effective against that. And the Johnson & Johnson vaccine seems to hold up against the South African variant as well. I think the most important thing to note is that prior infection doesn't give you any protection from the new variants. And that's an interesting new fact. So get vaccinated is the right answer.
Yeah.
Boy, there's so many unique situations navigating this whole thing. My goodness, we're almost a year into this. Hard to believe. For those folks who aren't sure, who are on the fence, and there is a portion of the population who thinks maybe I should get the vaccine, but I'm a little wary. Could you just explain to us, how does the vaccine work inside our bodies?
Sure. So all the vaccines, both the mRNA, so the Pfizer, Moderna, and the Johnson & Johnson, which is a viral kind of protein-based one, they basically just bring a part of the virus into you that's not infectious. It tells your body, hey, this is bad. You need to be ready to fight this. Get ready, get organized. And it lets us practice. And then with the 2-shot ones, you then get exposed to it again, and it kind of revs it up a second time and says, this is bad. I should fight this. So it prevents you from getting infected with the virus and getting sick. It doesn't prevent you from getting it. It just prevents you from getting sick with it.
Which is huge. I mean, the numbers are, I think some people are like, well, I've gotten the flu vaccine before, but then I got the flu. The flu vaccine, the efficacy is like anywhere from like 40 to 60%.
Yeah.
The efficacy of these vaccines are off the charts.
Yeah. So Pfizer and Moderna are 96 and 94% effectively. And Johnson & Johnson is in the kind of high 80s for 1 dose. But so was Pfizer and Moderna for a single dose. So it may be that when you figure out how to boost those single dose vaccines, they may end up at the same spot. So it really does change it. The second thing is, people get other flus. There's seasonal influenza, which is what the vaccine's for. And so that can make you really sick, put you in a hospital. It's bad. And then there's lots of other flus that the vaccine doesn't cover. COVID's really specific. We're trying to prevent one particular disease.
Doctor, I have a close family member who is not going to get the vaccine. She just doesn't believe that she wants to put anything in her body. She doesn't trust it. To folks like her, your educated medical response is what?
I mean, I got the vaccine. My family is getting the vaccine when they can. I'm advising everyone. I feel it's safe for me. I feel it's safe for everyone that I care about personally and all my patients as well. It is not something foreign like you'd think about taking drugs. This is just something that's a protein. We eat proteins, we get exposed to proteins, and those proteins help us to build our immune response.
Yeah.
So it's not any different.
Worth noting, tens of thousands of people were part of the research to be able to come to the conclusion that these are safe for the general public. Yep. There have been very rare side effects in a very small group of people.
we have millions of people who've been vaccinated now, and we have a very, very tiny adverse reaction group. And when we look at that, some of that may just be something else, that the reaction wasn't necessarily related to the vaccine. In some cases, it may be, but we all take small risks every day in everything that we do. And I think that's important. We accept those risks: crossing the street, flying, riding bicycles, doing even sillier things like jumping off tall buildings,
Yeah.
bungee jumping.
I think 18 out of 100 people that end up getting COVID end up getting hospitalized. And a great portion of those people end up having permanent heart and lung damage. So as far as the numbers are concerned, if you're worried about the numbers game, again, that's just me. Really quickly, Silver Summit Health Plan. If people want to learn more, what is it that you do and where can we learn more?
Sure. So Silver Summit Health Plan is a health insurance company that provides quality care to the people of Nevada through managed Medicaid, through Medicare as Allwell, and through Ambetter on the marketplace, which is reopened to help people re-enroll in that. We do that through coordinated, compassionate quality care. And you can find us on silversummithealthplan.com.
There you go. Dr. Jeff Murawski, thank you for joining us on the show, and glad to hear that that you and your family are on the road to having your vaccine. So that's great.
Thank you.
I'm very jealous.
I know.
Please give it to me.
Yeah.
I need to go. I'm going to go hog wild once I get my vaccine.
Well, the guess is it'll take a little while. So they're still getting through the healthcare workers.
Yeah.
My second one is Friday. So they'll get through those and slide down. I think the next run of vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna is like the 200 million doses they can do. So it's probably going to be spring, March, April, May.
I'm ready.
When
Doctor, thank you so much.
I'm
problem.
eating myself into a risk group. Come on, let's do it. SilverSummitHealthPlan.com if you want to learn more. Silver Summit Health Plan, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.